Hey, it's Eric with the Future Mill. We are an investment advisory firm helping you, the future millionaires, invest your money, open accounts. So if you're looking for any of that, go to thefuturemill.com, click Get Started, book a call with us. We'll be happy to help you. But today, I want to talk about the government stimulus. I want to talk about the free money that is coming to you. Now, I say that it's free, but how free is it actually? That's the real question, because at some point we are going to have to pay for this. The taxes will rise, those sort of things. But beside that right now, I want to talk about the money that could be coming to you and what you should be doing with it. Let's do this. The government is going to be sending out money to all of us. Well, kind of all of us. If you made too much money, they actually aren't going to be sending you any money probably, but at the same time, I would really hope that you have set aside enough cash to get you through these hard times right now if you made quite a bit of money. For everybody else, the people who are getting the money, this video is for you. The government's talking about sending a check to each person ranging from roughly $1,000 to $1,500. A lot of people are saying $1,200. I've recently heard $1,500. It seems to change every single day that they're talking about this until it's done. But also, if you have kids, you could also get $500 per child. Now, I don't know the ranges there, how many kids that's up to. If you have 10 kids, will you get $5,000? That's a great question, and I really don't know. But I want to focus on what you should be doing with this money, because this is money that you didn't expect. Now, you also didn't expect to have your hours cut or be laid off of your job or anything like that. So there's a lot of things that are going on right now that are unexpected, but this check is for that, and that's what I want to talk about. So let's first start out. If you have an emergency reserve, you have your debts paid off, what can you do with the money? Well, the first thing you can do, if all of those things are done, you have money to lean on to get you through the hard times, you also have your debts paid, you don't have any liabilities going out, a car payment, high interest credit cards, anything like that. All of that's taken care of. You could invest the money. That is one of the best things you can do right now because the market is down. With the market being down, you could capitalize on this because as you invest your money, if you let it sit, historically the market has always rebounded and you could make more money on the money that was given to you. So that's the first thing you should do. It's only if you have an emergency reserve set aside that's going to be able to carry you through these rough times. Hopefully also you're still working. Maybe your pay hasn't been cut. And if you do not have a lot of high interest credit debt that is sitting out there, because sometimes if you invest your money and say you get a 15% return on your money, but your credit card is charging you 17%, it's actually worth paying off the credit card instead of investing the money because you're paying the credit card more than you're making. So make sure that you figure those things out before you do that. For somebody that has a lot of cash set aside that can carry them through these hard times, but maybe you have a high interest credit card that is still lingering around and costing you a lot of money every month, take this money and chip away at that card or go ahead and pay that card off. That would be a great opportunity because now anything else that comes in, you can actually start investing. What I would say is take the money that you were paying on the credit card, if it is paid off, and you can invest that money. That's where then you could capitalize on this low market and possibly make more money on your money. Now, for somebody that's in one of these tough situations where maybe you have less money coming in or you've lost your job altogether, you possibly have cash in the bank or maybe you don't. Either way, if you have credit card debt, you have car payments, you have all of these things, just pay the minimums. Now, this is totally unconventional. It is not what you usually hear. You don't usually hear you should pay minimums, but the reason you should do this is because we want to make sure this government check lasts as long as it can. So pay the minimums with what you're doing just to keep your credit good, and then once your job comes back, then we can go ahead and start looking at paying more on this credit card or this car payment or whatever you have as far as a liability. So those are three different people, three different scenarios of what you should be doing with this government stimulus check. But I know that you can do this. I know this is a tough time right now. So I encourage you to stay safe. Keep your head up though, and thank you so much for watching.